if you go back and look, there's probably at least 100 times as the camera's starting, I'm chewing on something.
Oh, I'm sure there's at least 100.
Welcome to another extra credit episode. We have another exciting one for you. But for starters, a little behind the peak of the curtain, if this is airing like the first week of April, then our life's in chaos. It's already going to be in chaos, but if this is like coming out right around that Easter time, oh boy, we are in turmoil. But if this is coming out after the Easter season, by gum, we did a good job.
That's right.
So anyway, Brett, are we ready to get into this?
Oh, we are, yes.
Wonderful. So we're gonna do a one of our classic brackets. The last time we did a bracket, I believe it was to crown who Eric should have ended up with, and I'm blanking off the top of my head who it was, but I'm assuming in the magic of editing, you will place it down below as we're talking. So yeah, so the magic of editing, there should be the winner right here where my fingers are.
Somewhere down here, yes.
Yep, somewhere down there. And today, I thought it would behoove us to do who Sean Hunter should have ended up with. Now, spoiler alert: he does not end up marrying Angela. He does end up marrying somebody who we will discuss. We will discuss her. But I kind of went down and really just found any time we were given a name and someone that Sean was very clearly interested in, and if, for example, there's a girl who played multiple character but basically was the same character, I included that. So yeah, we have 25 names here though for us to get to who
Sean.
Sean should have ended up with. And the fun part of this, of course, is that we'll have several people that you're like, those two never dated, but there was flirting, and it's not a matter of who was the best girlfriend he's ever had, it was who he should have ended up with.
All right. Who should Sean have been endgame with?
Correct. Now, we are going to. Oh, I did not pull up my wheel. Because we need the wheel, Brett.
Wheel
How
of possibilities. Turn,
How
turn,
silly
turn.
am I?
Show us the lesson that we should learn.
All right, so let me pull up my wheel while we just kind of chitter chatter.
Yes, so Sean did have quite the extensive dating history. He did have that little black book that he passed on. That little black book that had some surprising names in it for Corey.
Yes, it did. It'll be interesting as we. No, that's not the right name. As we discuss some of that as well. All right, so Brett, we are going to go through the rules of our bracket.
Okay. Hit me.
Standard format as we have been doing this. You and I will both pick who we believe should move on. If we disagree, we go to the wheel. Except now the wheel has consequences, Brett. See,
Oh.
if it lands on yours, you get to continue on. The person you pick gets to move on. However, your spot now gets taken away. And we have 24 spots to keep the numbers even, that we both have an equal amount of opportunities to land on the wheel. So, it's not going to be as dramatic right now for us, but for our big bracket we're building up towards, when we have the amount of picks we have, we may get to a point we go, I need to be a little more selective over our picks because we're going to keep the wheel consistent throughout the whole bracket. So
Okay.
I am so excited for this end of show bracket we're doing. So yeah, so whoever gets to win that spin, they lose a spot. So the odds should change in everyone's favor.
Ooh.
Hmm. So, and then we will crown our winner based on who is at the end. Now, the other one I think is very important, Brett, is you and I both have an option to pick a secret challenger.
Okay.
So, when we get to the end, when we get to say like the final four, we can choose one of the competitors to compete with our person we put down as our selector of wants a redemption shot.
Okay. So one of the eliminated can come into the final four,
Right.
is what
So
you're
if
saying.
so like if we disagree and we go to a spin, and you're like, gosh, I really want this person to keep going on, you can select that person. We each get only one. So when we hit final four, we'll have them go head to head, and then go from there.
Okay.
So, are we ready to begin, Brett?
We are ready.
Ooh, I like how you have a pen out, so you're keeping track now.
I do. Yes. Yes.
Let's say I feel like with each of these brackets, we've been like, oh, this is silly, and now there's starting to be a little bit more of a competition to them. We're taking them just a little bit more serious each time we do this. So,
A little bit.
and to add to that seriousness, Brett, we have for our first the play-in spot essentially. We have from season 5, Sonia and Catherine.
I'm trying to remember Sonia and Catherine.
So Sonia and Catherine are from the episode Last Tango in Philadelphia. They both play the foreign exchange students who Sean and Corey both go on dates with. Now,
Oh, yes, yes.
it's never really made clear of which one is which. Um, from my head canon, whoever is the one that talks the most is Sonia, and the one that doesn't talk as much is Catherine. However, both of the ladies do a good job, and they're both pretty people, and I figured this would be our first start off point. So, Brett, Sonia, or
Yeah.
Catherine, which one you going with?
My brain just goes to Sonia for some reason.
Yeah, that's the one I go to as well. So, sorry, Catherine, you had your chance, just didn't work. All right, so we'll pick it up right there, and we'll go Sonia versus Hillary from season 1, the first girl that catches Sean's eye.
Oh, yes. The very first one who he gets Twitter
Yes.
pated over.
Now we don't know anything about her outside of the first season. She comes, she has Sean smitten, and then we never see her again. But
Yeah.
this isn't. It's not about what do we know about them at the time. It's who should be Endgame.
Yeah, who should be Endgame? But you know what? She had more chemistry with Sean than what we're guessing is Sonia. So I'm gonna go with Hillary.
Yeah, I'd go with Hillary as well. Sonya stood no chance. I just thought this would be a nice little get us into the bracket, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to um, no, number 20 versus 13, Wendy and Paula Kelly. Now, Wendy is from season 5. I believe. I now want to say she's the cheerleader that Shawn goes on a date with. That makes sense to me. When he's trying to be with Angela, but goes on a date anyway with Wendy, the cheerleader. Or Paula Kelly from um, season 2. Then she reveals that Shawn called girls icky.
Ooh, yes.
And then goes on a date with him at the end of the episode.
Well, you know, Wendy seemed more his speed at the time. I'm gonna go with Wendy, as she seemed more Sean's type.
That's fair. I had no leg in this game, so I'll give it to Wendy.
Yeah.
All right, Brett. Both from season 4. Hi. I love you. Good night. All right. We have. Um, I just have written down Sparrow, as in one of the Sparrow sisters, because for the life of me, I couldn't remember what their actual first names were, and couldn't remember which one was interested in Corey, which one was interested in Shawn. So I just put Sparrow sister,
Mm-hmm.
and she was very interested in Shawn. So we have Miss Sparrow versus Claire Ferguson. Now, we didn't actually see Claire and Shawn do anything that was truly coupley. There was suspicion of it, but Shawn showed he cared deeply for Claire.
Yes. Yeah, he showed real caring, but I never read into that care as being romantic. I always read
No,
into that as being more big brother.
you know,
So I'm going to have to go with the Sparrow sister on this one.
I'm going to stick with Claire. I'm a big
All right.
believer in when you care about someone enough to go to the cops, it means something, Brett. And they're the same grade. They're not big brother, little sister.
Well, let's go to the wheel then.
Let's go to the wheel. Let me share this
Woohoo!
sucker. I just think you wanted to get to the wheel. Wow. My God.
Oh, that was infinity.
Yes. All right. You ready for this?
Okay.
I cannot see you, but we're going to hit the wheel and see what happens.
All right.
That is trippy.
That is a little trippy. Oh, looks like Claire gets it.
All right. All right. So Clara moves on.
All right.
All right. We'll continue, Brett. Now, because we're dealing with a bracket of 24, our top 8 all have a bye. So we'll get
Okay.
into our top 8 once we get into the next round.
All right.
So, okay. That means we have number 14, Sarah Smith and Kelly, both from season 6. Kelly is the date that Shawn goes on as to get over Angela.
This has been my date,
And
Kelly.
this is my date, Kelly. And Sarah Smith is the singing girl who he had ridiculous chemistry with.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go with chemistry on this one. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, Kelly was nice and everything, and we would have liked to have seen more with her, but you got chemistry. You got to go with chemistry.
I agree. I always give an advantage to a Sarah.
Of course.
All right. This was going to be a little controversial, Brett, but we're going to go there. We have Joan from season 6 also. She works at the Suto uh, Gentlemanly Hooters Club
Okay.
bar. Versus Sherry from Cult fiction. The one who convinced him to join a cult.
Oh, yes, yes. Let's see. Hooters girl versus cult girl.
Now, they never make reference that Shawn and this girl are, like, close to each other, but if she works at an establishment that Shawn likes to go to, there's a chance they have interacted. She lives in the same dorm room, like, or dorm, using the same shower stall as everyone else, so it's reason that there's a connection there that could lead to something. It's more
Mm-hmm.
speculation than anything else.
Yeah, based on what I saw on screen. I mean, purely based on what I saw on screen and not reading between the lines or anything, I'd have to give it to the cult.
Sherry, she has a name.
Well, yes, but it's more fun to say the cult. No, I mean he had more chemistry with Sherry than he did with Joan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know she's not going to make it past this round, but yeah, for this round, I'd have to give it to her.
Now, Brett, there was an episode in season 2 where it's made very clear that Shawn really wanted to date Debbie. And was very disappointed that he couldn't date Debbie. However, he does have an interest in two different Debbies. One in season 4, when he dresses up like a girl, and the other one in season 5. Um, I'm now currently blanking on what her deal was in season 5. Who was she in season 5? That's frustrating. I went through them earlier and I was like, oh yeah, there's this person, there's this season. Oh no. I think Debbie is the girl who both Jack and um, Shawn kiss.
Mm.
Yes. Um, yes. Wait. Nope, I lied. She is the. She plays the girl that Topanga sets up with from her gym. She's a gym rat.
Okay.
And she was very upset that Shawn didn't want to make out, that he wanted to talk about poetry.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Well, not much
And played by a
chemistry there.
future star of Psych.
Ah, yes, yes. I'm gonna have to go with season 4, Debbie.
That's fair. There was definitely a. You know what's funny? To continue on this bracket, I have to rate Debbie, and I know I'm gonna get confused later and go, which Debbie was moving on? Yeah, I felt like there was a lot of respect between the two of them, and there was
Mm-hmm.
definitely a spark of interest. If she would
Yeah.
have continued on, you could see the two of them dating.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
always a
if she'll
shame
have
when it's
been
like,
interested more than just the episode of the week. Yeah.
yeah. All right. Next one, Brett, also pretty controversial. We have number 10, Veronica Watson.
Ooh, Veronica Watson.
We only had her for one episode, but she made an impact. Versus, we didn't see this on screen, but Corey's aunt.
Oh, yes. The
She
one
was
that
in the
really
Black
upset
Book.
him. She was in the Black Book. I mentioned it. Ooh, should I be controversial and pick his aunt?
You can pick whatever you want, Brett.
Nah, I gotta go with Veronica Watson.
Yeah, Veronica Watson. There's a part of me that wants to go to the wheel just to see, but that's fine. All right, and finally, Brett, the last round of the first round, first matchup, we have Stacy from season 2 versus Linda from season 2. Same episode.
Ooh, yes. Where he's Oh, which one did he have Corey babysit for him?
That would be Linda.
Linda, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I like Linda for Corey, so I'm gonna have to go with Stacy.
That's how I felt as well. That's when Chubby was described as a greasy man.
Yes. Yes, it was.
I don't grease, I glow. Arguably the best version of Chubby.
Indeed.
All right. Now we get to the main event.
Dun, 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 dun.
We have Wendy, the cheerleader, versus Katie, Shawn's future wife. So, Brett,
Oh.
I know we've not watched any of Girl Meets World yet for the podcast's sake, but we in our personal life did watch Girl Meets World, the build up for Katie and Shawn's relationship. And though it may be a little kooky because, it's Disney Channel TV, and yes, it's a little contrived, but ultimately the two actors and characters have good chemistry, and it is adorable. And it's nice to see Shawn being
Yeah,
happy in the end.
it
So,
is.
Wendy or Katie?
Well, I gotta give it to Katie over Wendy.
Yeah. Oh, alrighty. Excuse me. Now we have Claire versus the number 7 seed, Rachel.
Rachel.
Now, I know what you're thinking, Brett. Wasn't she in the last bracket? Yes, she was. But we have many a times where Shawn clearly has an interest in Rachel, sees how beautiful she is attracted to her. Is she attracted to him? We never know. Does she date his brother? Absolutely. Would that bother Shawn? Who knows? But if Shawn put the charm on Rachel, could she fall for it? We never get to see. But Claire or Rachel, Brett, who you giving it to?
Well, this one, I gotta give it to Claire.
Yep. Rachel was the big long shot.
Yeah, yeah, she was. How did she get in the top 8?
Well, you'll get. We'll go through the top 8 and then we'll discuss afterwards.
Okay.
All right. Now we have Sarah Smith. Um, Crazy chemistry in the middle of nowhere versus number 4, Jennifer Bassett. Now, the last time we see her in the show is not great. And also in the future, in this world, since we're taking into effect of Girl Meets World, she is married to Minkus. And that does perplex
Minkus.
Shawn. Um, but in season 4, when she's introduced as his girlfriend for an episode, it's clear they've been together for a while, and he is interacting and with her around her parents. So she's not embarrassed of his status, and in fact, she tries to elevate him up to her status, Brett. But last time we saw her, she was putting him on trial and was willingly still kind of dating him, or at least doing being around him in season 5 still. So
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Bassett, Brett, or Sarah Smith?
For Endgame, I probably would rather see Sarah Smith.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. All right. We got number 11, Sherry Shepherd. Or Sherry, not Shepherd, because she's just Sherry from the Happy Cult and Chubbies. Versus Libby Harper. Now, Libby Harper is the weakest of the classic girlfriends of Shawn, but we see her in a scene. The two of them clearly have interest of making out, and it's made clear that later on in the show, he does go on active dates with her, and they don't stop their connections. So There's a lot more off screen that we don't see of these two. A lot of off screen for both of these two. So, Brett, Libby Harper, or Sherry?
Got to go with Libby. She's more of a classic girlfriend. They actually have a romantic relationship.
Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
new Sherry wouldn't last this round.
No, Sherry didn't have a chance. Speaking of someone who
Yeah.
probably doesn't have a chance, we're talking about Debbie from season 4 once again. We never get more from her other than just potential for dating Shawn versus Dana Pruitt.
Ah, yes, Dana.
Yes, Dana Pruitt, who Shawn tried desperately to become his girlfriend with her, and he proves himself. She comes back for an episode as boyfriend girlfriend. They break up off screen, and then she comes back saying, "Yes, we've gone on more dates since then." And they were supposed to be
Yes.
together for Valentine's Day.
Yes, Dana Pruitt, whose mom almost got together with Mr. Turner.
Yes, we're going to be sisters.
It's Dana all the way.
Yep. Yeah, there really wasn't much of a chance in that.
Sorry, Debbie.
Yes. All right, let's finish up this round, and then I need to take a little person to bed.
Okay.
All right, so we have Veronica Watson, Brett, and this is why I kind of wanted to go to Corey's aunt versus number 6, Topanga Lawrence. What? She married his best friend. But Brett, how many times in this show will they throw out that the two of them have good chemistry? They are actually good friends. They literally kiss multiple times.
They're good on camera together.
Yeah, this is the most should have potentially ended up together instead of the main character we have in the show.
Yeah. Let's see.
So Veronica Watson versus Topanga Lawrence.
Veronica versus Topanga. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to go Veronica.
Ooh, I'm saying Topanga. Let's go to the wheel.
Let's bring the wheel out. I don't know why
Okay,
it does that.
ready?
All
Here
right.
we go.
Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn.
Oh.
Oh, Veronica it is.
All right. So to get our last of our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, our final 8. We have number 8, Trini versus Stacy. Now again, Trini's a bit of a long shot, but in classic tropes of 90s and sitcoms, the best friends always get together, except this best friend doesn't stick around more than 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Should have been around more. She was a wonderful character, a fantastic actress.
Yep.
This show
Yep.
didn't know what they were missing by not having her around. But she's going up against Stacy,
Yeah.
who,
I
outside of
like,
a bad blunder of Shawn and Corey, could have been long term girlfriend.
yeah. Yeah. I like Trini, but it's Stacy.
Yep. All right, Brett, and finally we have Hillary, the first girl that he's ever interested in, versus Angela, the girl he ends the show with.
Hmm. Well, I hate to pick chalk, but I got to go Angela.
Yep. She is our number 1 seed for a reason. We're in the final stretch here, Brett. We got Katie, the end game for Girl Meets World for Corey or for Shawn, who's not even in this season, the show,
Mm-hmm.
versus Claire, who's only in 1 episode but has a good relationship with Shawn, and he does go to the police to protect her. Who do you got, Brett?
Well, I got to go with actual romantic ties, so I've got to go with Katie there for me.
Yep, I agree with that. Then we got Libby Harper versus Sarah Smith. Honestly, the two of them both have almost the same amount of screen time. They both
Yeah.
have last names, which never really happens. And he
Mm-hmm.
has chemistry with both of them.
Well, let's see. That's a coin flip, really.
Yep,
Let's go with. I'm going to go with Sarah on that one.
that's who I'm going with. It's just so funny how much things we notice about this show by watching every single episode and talking about it in depth.
Yeah. You'd almost think we
All
were
right.
podcasters or something.
Now here's the fun matchup. We got Dana Pruitt versus Veronica Watson.
Oh, that one is easy for me. That's got to go to my girl Dana.
Yep. And finally, Brett, we have Stacy, poor Stacy, versus Angela.
Well, I'm sorry, Stacy. It's got to go to Angela.
Fair. All right. Brett, we are in the final four officially. Do you have a secret hitter you'd like to take down one of these young ladies?
I don't. I'm actually quite content with our final four.
Yeah, I am too. I had Topanga written down, but outside of Sarah, there's not really anyone that I would switch out. But I honestly, I for literally this being a nothing episode, truly the most filler of filler episodes the show has ever done. The crazy amount of chemistry those two had with each other. And at this point, she wasn't much of an actress, so clearly the two of them had individual chemistry that we could see on set.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, so I'm good with making our official final four: Katie Stacy, Katie, Sarah, and Dana Pruitt and Angela.
All right.
So with that said, let's let's get the hard one out of the way. Dana Pruitt versus Angela. Again, these two characters met each other, talked to each other, and Shawn had chosen Angela, though he had known Dana longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one's a hard one for me because Dana is. I mean, Angela is always been talked about as Endgame. Angela is his longest running girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
But Dana was really one of the first ones that he ever showed that potential for long-term relationship with.
Uh-huh.
One of the first ones they actually kept around for more than one episode. Mm.
Yeah, this might be the closest matchup we have, honestly,
Yeah.
because Angela is a fantastic, amazing character, and I think the Shawn and Angela relationship truly lives more outside of the show than in the show itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, and the
I'm going to
work
say
that, sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead because you've got more build up you got there.
Well, we just can't understate of the importance of the character of Angela, not just because of the relationship part of it, but the normalizing of um, people of different races dating on television and how even in the 90s it was not a proper thing to do, but it was very normal. So you have people like us growing up seeing normality in this. And it's such a wonderful, powerful, beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Dana Pruitt is so important his early development into what is dating for him. So
Mm-hmm.
much so that he lets his best friend take her out on a date.
Yep. Yeah, I've got to say, based solely on the fact that we saw more of it, I have to give it to Angela.
Yep, I agree. All right, we have a character who has more episodes than the person he will eventually get married to, and we'll have to watch at least, oh, 5, 6 episodes of Girl Meets World to get the full story of Shawn and Katie's relationship. But one of them has one episode, and the other one has Feeney performing a ceremony for them. So, Katie or Sarah, Brett?
Well, boy, I could really pull the upset and the rug out here, Big Sarah, but
If you want to, it's your call.
uh, I gotta go with Katie there.
Yep. Well, and this is the problem slash question slash overall issue we have in the bracket with this show, because this was the matchup I knew we would eventually get to, which
Oh yeah.
basically means we now need to have at least a 5 minute conversation on why didn't Shawn end up with Angela in the end, and why does he end up with Katie?
Well, the real short answer is the writers just didn't want to go there.
Yeah, but
But within the
that's
world
not what
of
we're
Boy
here to
Meets
talk about,
World,
Brett.
within the world of Boy Meets World,
Mm-hmm.
they just they why didn't they reconnect after Angela left to be with her dad?
Yeah.
All those years apart, and they just never reconnected.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so much of a missed opportunity for them.
It is. Well, I know we're not there yet in the show proper. We're literally going to be there very soon. But as I was watching Angela's Ashes, her last episode, properly on the show, there is this tension, I think, within Sean of almost wanting to be like his dad and do the big romantic gesture for someone he deeply, truly cares about.
Mm-hmm.
But that romantic gesture has to have follow through. It's kind of like at the end of The Graduate, the big romantic gesture of interrupting a wedding and running away with someone and then going, "Oh, we're going to have to figure out how to live our lives now.
Yeah,
What are we going to do?"
yeah. Now the reality sets in.
It's one of the greatest unintentional ends of a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great story behind that one.
Yeah. And then you have Katie, who we meet in Girl Meets World as the mother of the troublesome best friend of Corey Matthews' daughter. Why am I blanking on her character's name?
Maya.
Maya. And we first meet Maya. We see how similar Sean and Maya are together. And I will say, the the adorableness is in the relationship of Maya and Sean is wonderful, and I can only imagine how weird it is for for the actual human being behind him to see the things that she is now doing. But yeah, you have Katie, who we think is a Vernon, Verna, and we find out no, she's not. She's more like a Chet, except more put together.
Mm-hmm.
And just doesn't know how to communicate. This is what's happening, and doesn't want to make her daughter feel like her father isn't who she thinks he is. Admirable, but foolish.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the two of them decide to go on a date and then get engaged.
Just a bit of a compressed timeline there.
Yeah, a really huge compressed timeline. I honestly think if they were going to have more seasons, they would have had more time of the two of them being coupley and the character of Shawn being around more and then going into marriage. But they knew they were getting canceled.
Yeah, it's Disney. You only get 3 years.
Yeah.
3
Or you
seasons
go,
and the finale.
you get a new show with the same cast.
Yeah.
It should have
In a new
gone to
location.
Freeform. Yeah. But what are your thoughts on Angela and Katie? Not necessarily what you want to vote for, but just like that. As you look at both relationships he has with them.
Well, as I look at both, I mean, they're both the big separator is they're both at different points in his life. He wasn't ready as much as he wanted to be. He wasn't ready to settle down with Angela. And when it comes to Katie, he's at a point in his life where he's ready to settle down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably the biggest difference between them. Would he have been ready to settle down with Angela if Angela was around at that point? Maybe. Would Angela have been ready to settle down with anyone at that point? I kind of get the impression with the way they wrote her character that if she wasn't ready to settle down with anyone by that point in her life, then she wouldn't have been ready to settle down with anyone
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, throughout all of our podcasts, when we got to meeting Angela, the amount of signs I kept seeing for this is why they don't work. This is why they're too young. This is why they're not Corey and Topanga, though they claim that's what they want.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know who I'm voting for, Brett. Do you know who you're voting for?
Yeah,
You want to do it on the count of three?
sure.
1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
Katie.
Katie.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. A girl who's not even in the show right now.
It's Shawn's Endgame.
Well, we'll say I'll give the credit to the people, to Michael Jacobs. Let's go with that. You know, we give him a hard time. The other podcast gives him a hard time for some of the things on here, what he did to the people, but to give a true, honest take on what is the type of person that would kind of force Shawn to take serious of a deeper relationship and give him the confidence to step out in faith and to be like, this is what I want. This is what I'm doing. This is the person I want. It was this character, Katie. And the actress does a fantastic job. I quite enjoy her character, even if Shawn's not around.
There you go.
Yeah. Though I do love in the episode where they get engaged, Corey goes, "Hey, crazy ladies, where are your daughters?" And she goes, "We don't know." But Corey did. So, Katie Hunter is who Shawn should end up with. From two dads
apparently-
who have watched almost every episode again.
Yes. Again.
Yeah,
And apparently the show had the correct end game.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that I had watched Girl Meets World, at least the Shawn getting together with Katie, um, especially when Angela came around. So, but yeah, I agree completely with this whole list.
No, I do too. Even
Although I think Sherry
this
got
the wheel spin
hosed.
I lost.
Yeah. So I'll go into the top eight real quick. Top eight being Trini. I just needed the eighth because get someone fun, and I always knew that Angela was going to be the number one. Katie was going to be number two. Number three being Dana Pruitt. That all made sense to me because those are like the real girlfriends that we see him have, who he has a good relationship with, and it's not toxic.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Deb or Jennifer, of course, he actually dates, but is super toxic. Libby, he dates. We don't get enough with her. Honestly, probably would have had could have had a good relationship with. But then we get to Topanga and Rachel because neither one of them dated, so I didn't think it was right for them to take you know anything higher than 6 or 7. Topanga has a better relationship with Shawn. Rachel could be endgame to him. Um, and then again, classic trope should have been Trini sticking around. Those two becoming a thing. She could have had a glow up. It didn't happen.
Could have.
But I felt Hillary being the first one deserved to be that top spot for non top eight. To be number 5. I wanted Stacy and Linda to go up big together, and then Sonia and Catherine as well. So everything else was and Debbie and Debbie. I wanted those two to face each other. So that everything else was just where can I plug them in?
All right.
So I actually confused myself at one point and wrote down the wrong numbers too. So that didn't help me. So, but we have decided, the dads have decided that it should be Katie, who he ends up with, who is not in the show proper we're watching right now.
And our word is law.
Yes, but the world continues on into Girl Meets World, and eventually someday we will do. We
Maybe.
don't want to. We have to. We have to finish the story, Brad.
We can do
But
the episodes with the Boy Meets World characters.
we could. This has been another extra credit. Go eat your rolls, and we'll see you soon, good looking peoples.
See you, good looking.